Whether you're new to the Sound Shore or have called it home for years, Sound Shore Family Guide is here for you. We bring you insider tips on schools, sports, local happenings, and parenting in our amazing community. Let's navigate family life in Larchmont and Mamaroneck together.
Hi, thank you so much for being here at the LMC Media Studio on the Ave and for the Sound Shore Family Guide. Today we're here with Alyce, so listen up and enjoy the show. Alyce Chan.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's so nice to have you here.
This is so fun.
Alyce, where did you live before you moved to Larchmont?
I lived in Brooklyn, to be specific, Greenpoint, which is next to Williamsburg. And in 2020, early 2020, we moved to Larchmont.
And what made you move to Larchmont?
We actually just needed space. It was so timely, though, because we moved right before COVID. And it was years of my husband wanting to move us to the burbs. So there was like a lot of other potential places that we were thinking about, including New Jersey. And we fell in love with Larchmont. We did like maybe a couple drive-bys, walked around downtown. We loved the vibe. And we both were like, okay, this is the town. And that's when we put our condo up for sale around summer 2019. Sold end of 2019. And then we found our place miraculously. And then we moved in January 2020.
Et voila.
Yeah.
Thank God you did.
Thank goodness.
And what do you do for a living?
I do all sorts of things. My primary focus right now is to be here for my kids. So pick up, drop off, after school activities. That's my primary focus right now. But I also do social media branding.
Yes.
And I am also a comedian. So I do live comedy performances and throw events.
Momcom NYC right here in the house.
Yes. It's like rom-com, but mom-com.
There you go.
Like mom comedy.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
We all get a kick out of it. And you have a couple kids. Did they go to nursery school here in town?
When we moved, my oldest, James, was in kindergarten. And my youngest went to preschool in Larchmont.
Which one?
It was just a 1-month stint.
Oh.
And that was the one on Boston Post Road.
The Liberty Montessori?
Yes.
Okay.
Liberty. And then it was remote learning for a year. And then the year after that, we did the Montessori Hudson on Quaker Ridge in New Rochelle. And he loved it there, thrived. Yeah.
Good. And what kind of activities do they partake in now?
Now,
and maybe like when they were younger as well. What do you like to do
when
here?
they were younger, I was like talking to a lot of moms who were in Larchmont for a couple years, and they were all saying foster soccer. So enrolled them in foster soccer, and I loved it. They kind of grew out of it, and now they're into basketball.
Is that through the town?
That is through the town. It's like the LMBA, Larchmont.
Mamaroneck Basketball Association?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know it.
Of course.
We've done swimming lessons at
Where?
the swim tank.
Okay.
And
what do you think about that?
swim tank is an amazing school, and it taught my kids how to swim. Amazing instructors. Hard to get in, but if you're patient enough, you're diligent and you watch your emails, you can get in. And we now go to Goldfish. It's just a lot easier in terms of logistics. So when you're missing a class, like if you have to do a makeup class, it's very easy to do like an online thing, no headaches. Like you
Where's
can just
Goldfish?
Goldfish is in New Rochelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So the little one does Goldfish right now.
Okay. A little side note about Aqua Tots swim tank used to be called Aqua Tots up in Purchase College. And when my children, like when my daughter Ruby was 3 years old, and I heard about this thing and also being incredibly difficult to get into, they were like, if you want to get in, you have to wake up like at 5 a.m. And I was like, what crazy parent is going to do that?
Yeah. You did it?
Well, I didn't think I was going to, but that morning I just so happened to be awake at 4 a.m. And I was like, well, what am I just doing awake here? So I'm just going to get up and go and stand in line. And so I was fourth in line. and I got my child in, and then once you get in, your siblings can get in.
Yes, I was just going to mention that.
There you go.
That is like a huge perk. Because when I got James, and I was like, oh, so easy to get a sibling in.
There you go.
Yeah.
But like getting them in is a challenge.
Yeah, the first time.
But it's a very, very, very good place if you want
Great
your children
location
to.
too.
Yeah, well, now they move, so it's down the street here in Mamaroneck, so it's ideal.
Yeah.
But they really do work on technique and style,
Yeah.
and my children are very good swimmers because of that. So what else do they do besides swimming at Goldfish and foster soccer?
We've done some ice skating at Hammocks. They thought that was fun. And
That's also to the town, the town of Mamaroneck.
And they've also done the outdoor pool and the indoor pool in Hammocks.
Okay.
So like for recreational swimming, we love that. But you
Do
have
they
to
do any kind of like private classes or?
They do have art. Oh, so Adrian does art class at One River Art.
Okay.
Loves that. They
Good.
do like anything from, crafting with your hands and to sketching to anime, depending on your age group. But he loves it. He gets to play, like he gets to get messy, and he'll bring home art, and we have to display it somewhere. I can't find them, but. Art class. There's also Makeinspires, which teaches them coding.
Yes.
So my oldest did some coding at Makeinspires.
He's very in Minecraft, right?
Yeah, he kind of grew out of it, but now Adrian's into Minecraft. And I just found out one of his friends is in coding for Minecraft. And so I think he's going to be enrolled in that as well. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things here.
There's so much, but I don't want to overwhelm my kids. I want to see what they're interested in.
Exactly.
They're doing piano classes as well.
Oh, where do they do that?
A local teacher, she comes to our house.
Oh, well, good. Well, I know that there's a lot to do here. Like you said, it's really important for the kids to kind of decide what they want to do and take it their way. And then, when they're older, they...
Yeah, I think it's important to find out like what they like, and then you throw them in there. And if they don't like it, you don't force it, and you find something else.
Exactly.
And now I know, like, okay, Adrian's really into one-on-one. Like they've done like they did a camp at Bonnie Briar.
Okay.
So Bonnie Briar summer camps, you don't have to be a member. Oh. And we're not a member at any club.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yes. I didn't know that. And I was like, ooh, Bonnie Briar, one of the like nicest clubs, which has a brand new pool. They just renovated last year. I enrolled my kids minimum 2 weeks. You don't have to be a member. And they learned how to, like, Adrian really finesses swimming there, because every day you're doing like 3 times in the pool. And he was getting like one-on-one lessons because most kids knew how to swim. Oh. So if you don't know how to swim, you're actually kind of lucky. You get one-on-one.
That is really lucky.
Yeah. So that's a great tip. And so they did Bonnie Briar for like 3 years. I think this year they're going to do town camp.
Okay.
Just because a lot of their friends are doing it.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Very fun and laid back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to know. Thank you so much for being here. For all of you out there that are watching and listening, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you heard a lot about our local businesses and organizations. And make sure that you stay tuned, because Alyce is going to be back with a family tip. Hi, Vicky LaTorres. How are you? Nice to see you here at LMC Media. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Vicky is the assistant superintendent for the Town of Mamaroneck, Parks and Recreation. Tell us what you're doing. Right now we're in spring, summer 2025. So what's that looking like?
We just sent out our spring summer brochure. We emailed it out. It's posted on our website at the Town of Mamaroneck.ny.gov. People could go on there and look at a PDF. You'll have 70 plus pages of information that will have everything from the spring to the end of the summer until the end of August. We'll have weekly programs, activities, working our way up to events in the summer camp, which obviously is the huge thing in the community. Where are the kids going to go in the summer? To the pool, to, of course, working our way back to the ice rink. So we have so many things that we try and offer to the community and make available to all the kids and the families and the adults.
Definitely.
The big thing that people forget, they think we're recreation and we're only about the kids. We do plenty of activities for the adults.
So give us some actual examples of what's going on.
Sure. Up and coming, that's going on right now. Besides the adult classes, we have youth classes for Snapology. We have ice skating lessons. We actually have a new session that's going to be starting up soon, and that's on our website. Kids want to start to learn how to skate, come out. We have a skating school. We have wonderful.
And that's at the Hommocks Ice Rink.
That's at the Hommocks Park Ice Rink. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's right behind the middle school. Everyone seems it's the hidden gem of Mamaroneck, as everyone says.
Yes, it is.
Our wonderful town supervisor always says it's the hidden gem of Mamaroneck, which I love. So yeah, we do events. We do character skates at the ice rink, which are always fun and exciting. And we'll have a different character each time, and the kids come and skate with them. We've had breakfast with Santa. We'll do something with the bunny, up and coming. So we try and kind of
keep it
with
fresh.
the times, keep it fresh, and every month or so do something different.
Now, is this open skate or is this?
It's open skate,
okay.
yeah. It's public skate. We have different public skate times, specifically, obviously, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoons. And then in between, during the week, we have some times, but a lot of the times the hockey teams are playing, or between that is the skating lessons. So it's just jam-packed, filled with hockey and ice skating all day long.
Also at Hommocks, you can book that for private birthday parties and things like that, right?
Absolutely. We have a community room in the back. You can rent that out and do parties, or if you just did a couple of tables on the side, people love that. We've been jam-packed with birthday parties throughout the whole year. Did you? Did you have a good time?
The best.
Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And we have the concessionaire who they sit there and cater and make sure they, you get the package you want of food. And it's just a good couple hours that you just spend with the family and friends. And what else could you ask for?
No, that's a couple hours of good time.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then also you have like a spring-summer series outside. You use the Memorial Park.
Yeah, so we do outdoors in the summer. We'll do our next first event outdoors will be the 5K Little Bunny Hop. That's at the end of April. And then that will lead into...
And that's open, I'm sorry, the Bunny Hop is open to...
To everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, whether you're... So the nice thing about the town is we don't decipher between Larchmont and the Village of Mamaroneck and the Town of Mamaroneck. Everyone is a resident for us. So anyone outside that would be non-residents, but everyone's welcome, whether you're a resident or a non-resident. Sign up for our programs. Last year we had a huge amount of people sign up, and the weather was beautiful. I think we had, I want to say 300-400 people running, and we had kids and we had adults, and it was just a great time, for people to be out. And that's a good start to kick off the spring season. And then we go into the summer, where we're going to get ready for our movies out in the park, which is always nice. June will, it's May, June, and September this year, which is always good. It's one Friday night. Come out, watch a specific movie that we have advertised.
And that's at Memorial Park in the
At
field.
Memorial Park. Bring some popcorn, bring a blanket, have some time with your friends, family, friends, hang out for a couple hours. We'll have some music in the beginning. And it's a good family event. And then sometimes we try and throw some other events in that aren't even advertised in our book, where we'll just pop up an event, whether it's an outside bingo night or, something for the kids. But then that leads into the outdoor concerts.
Yeah, the concerts.
So we do 4 Mondays, 4 evenings in July. And we have local bands. It's always fun. You get people that are in the local community, the people who are kind of going around singing. Have a great time. We usually have a few hundred people there doing that.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's great. And now you also bring food there as well. Now
You
they
could
do
bring
like burgers.
Food. Yep. We have our
sell it?
concessionaire.
Yeah.
You could buy from him. You could, Billy and Pizza Cross Street usually has. You could bring your own or purchase from the concessionaire. Yeah.
And then that leads into in October, September, you do the food truck festival.
Another big event.
That's huge.
We
It's gotten
started
bigger
a
and
few
bigger.
years ago.
Yes.
This is a community Town of Mamaroneck all staff kind of event. We bring in about 15 trucks, maybe, give or take. Different kind of food, different kind of desserts. Goes on late September this year, early October. And it's just a wonderful time. We close off the streets so that people can roam. It's just a wonderful day.
Yeah,
we were so happy this year that the weather was excellent.
Yes.
Huge turnout.
And then what else happens in the wintertime?
Wintertime, we go indoors to the
Yeah.
Hommocks Park Ice Rink. We
Right.
do full circle. We do events. We do usually have like an opening weekend. This past year, we did our first tree lighting, so we'll do some kind of holiday event this year that will have it as a welcoming to the holiday season. That's to be announced, but we plan to do that. We plan to do more fun character skates. We plan to do more eat with a character kind of thing, with a breakfast with maybe Santa again, or a breakfast with the bunny. So nothing's off the table as far as what we'll do.
Okay, well, it sounds like the best place to go for all the information, especially because there's always things going on, is your website.
You will never miss anything if you just keep visiting our website. And as soon as you subscribe, or as soon as you register for one activity with us, you'll always be on our mailing list. And you'll get our monthly updates, which is nice. Like, I'm working on one that's going to go out tomorrow, monthly newsletter for March. And it kind of gives you the brochure. Don't forget to sign up. And then, of course, obviously getting ready for the spring season. Let's not forget to sign up next week for the spring season activities.
Okay, well, that's great. So remind us what the website is.
www.townofmamaroneck.ny.gov.
Okay, spell it all out.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Vicki. So much
thank
appreciate you
you.
being here. And don't miss out on all these wonderful activities that our town
Yes,
provides.
join us, please.
So yes, please do. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Pamela DePiro and Jason Pinto from the Village of Mamaroneck. I want to welcome you here to LMC Media. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Very exciting. I don't know if our people who are watching know how amazing of a program you have and all the things that you do for our community, but we want to thank you. We want to highlight all that you do. So where do you even want to start? Like, there's so much.
So I could just give you a
Please do.
brief overview.
Okay, great.
So me and Pamela work for the Village of Mamaroneck Recreation Department and Parks Department, and we plan a lot of the fun programs and activities that people see throughout the year in our community. As part of our plan, we have 12 plus parks, with our biggest being Harbor Island. Then there's other smaller parks throughout the village in different community neighborhoods. Harbor Island is 46 acres, and it's really the jewel of what we do and the centerpiece of our programming. Obviously, we are very lucky to have a waterfront park in our community. And we do our best to program that park with really great programs for all ages, adults, kids, you name it, and as well as some really fun special events throughout the year for different holidays or summer events for people in the community to enjoy. So that's kind of what we do in the shortest snippet of what we do for the community.
Pamela, tell me a little bit about, right now you mentioned that it's registration for camps. That's what's going on, and we're in the wintertime.
Yeah, today is opening registration day for village residents for our day camp for this summer. For non-residents, it's March 10th. But from this morning, we already have over 115 registered already.
And we're at February 24th.
Yeah, the first 12 hours
Yeah.
already, and all village residents.
Yep.
For the village.
Yep.
You get first dibs.
First dibs, 2
Okay.
weeks, first dibs.
Okay. And then, but how many people can actually join the camp?
We cap it at 325.
Okay.
Our camp goes from pre-K all the way to 10th grade.
Okay.
So we have a very large camp that is housed down at Harbor Island. We manage everybody there. We use the indoor facility, but mostly we are an outdoor camp, and we brave the heat and all that, and we keep cool swimming in the harbor, using the spray grounds, all that good stuff.
And I heard that the spray grounds is going to expand.
Correct. The spray ground. So our elected officials approved a project
Amazing.
for us to expand the playground. So essentially, we're doubling it in size.
And is this also for just the residents of the village, or is this for the entire Larchmont Mamaroneck community?
So anyone can come to the Harbor Island Park Beach. Village residents do get a discounted membership rate, but anyone can buy a non-resident membership. Or if you don't want a membership, you can buy a daily ticket, daily parking ticket, daily beach ticket, and just pay by the day.
And where do you go for this information?
So everything can be found on our website, villageofmamaroneck.org. You can go to Parks and Recreation tab, and everything is listed there right now.
What else is happening now when you want to, if you want to register, you wanted to go to in the springtime? Is there any things that like...
We also have registration open for our spring egg hunt event for village residents. It's a free event if you are a resident of the village.
Free?
Free.
Keyword.
Okay,
Come
egg
on
hunt.
in. It's an egg hunt. There's going to be face painting, cotton candy, tons of eggs to go hunting for. We have a bunch of carnival games for the kids to play, beanbag toss, ring tosses, egg on a spoon races, all to win cute little prizes.
And what else is going on? Because I know that you have so many events. What else happens in the springtime starting in the harbor?
So we start with Memorial Day ceremony that we do with American Legion Post 90. We also do a really nice Firemen's Carnival and Firemen's Parade, which takes place end of June, early July. And that is a true carnival in the sense of words, with really awesome rides and Ferris wheels and games and all the great carnival.
Pizza frites.
Yeah, carnival treats, fun carnival for the community, but also it's for a good cause, and it helps them raise money for the fire department's endeavors. We have this awesome Firemen's Parade, which takes place somewhere in the early portion of the carnival week. It's about a week carnival. And I mean, just so many different fire trucks from all different municipalities and local governments come down, and they lead right into the carnival grounds. So it's really an amazing event. As part of that event is also our July 4th spectacular and our huge celebration.
I love your fireworks. I love that I go with my husband. Like, my kids are a little bit older now, but just your lawn is spectacular. Having the fireworks over the water. I mean, I just feel like it's a jewel that we have here in Mamaroneck. We're so lucky to have it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's beautiful.
That is a really large event that we do, so we're in full planning mode for that now. And like you said, we do a 20-minute awesome, amazing fireworks display that shoots right off the beach,
Beautiful.
overlooks the water. We have live music and an orchestra that's going as the fireworks are shooting for the public to watch, as well as the carnival is in full swing during that time.
Yeah.
So it's really a nice thing. It's for all ages, for the whole family.
And it's nice that you can just like walk there from most places.
Literally,
in
you
town.
can walk there. Yep.
Yeah.
Grab your
it's
beach
free.
chair and just have a seat.
And in addition to the Harbor Island and using that space for fireworks and things, you also do a fantastic music series in the summertime.
Yeah. So we partner with the Emlyn Theater, which is a great local
Theater.
artistic studio,
It is.
theater in our community. We're really lucky to have it.
We are. We're so lucky to have it.
And we partner with them. We do a great music series in Harbor Island Park. We partner with the Village of Mamaroneck Arts Council, and we do pop-up concerts in different parks, Columbus Park, and we've done Florence Park, and hopefully Stanley Avenue. So we try to add new parks all the time, where people can literally just come out of their houses and go into their park for a night of live music. So we balance it with just really cool local music in parks, as well as some really larger shows in the Harbor Island Park. So live music is a big part of what we do.
And also, so for information, because there is so much going on, the best place to find what's happening is on your website.
Yeah, villageofmamaroneck.org. Take you to the main village website, and then you'll see a departments tab, and you just hit Parks and Recreation, and it's updated frequently. As the event flyers come up for live music, for Tiki Party, for 4th of July, whatever it may be, we post those online. We post those in the Village's weekly newsletter, and then we also post it on our social media, which is Facebook is at VOM Rec Department, or Instagram at VOM Rec Department.
Okay. I know along with the music and bands, you also do movie nights, right?
Correct. We do 4 movie nights a year. They start in June. They go to September. So animated kids movies, Pixar movies. We're working on picking the movies now. It's just also a free event. It's just a really nice way to just have another night out, and those are really awesome movie nights in the park. And we do the four throughout the year, usually June, July, August, and September, one a month.
Okay, great. And then you mentioned briefly Tiki Bar. What is this that I'm hearing?
Right. So we do a awesome Tiki Party with LMC Media. That's our partner for the event. And it is legit. Like, we brought Hawaiian luau to the Village of Mamaroneck. It's on the beach. We have a really cool tiki bar. We have dozens and dozens of food trucks, all different foods for people to taste and try. We have kids' activities, kids' games. We show a movie that night. There's a photo bus. There's live music, another live music event. Last year we did a bubble joe and a foam show, and just like
it sounds like
fire dancers
on the beach.
God.
Yeah, I forgot the best one.
This is amazing.
Yeah, we do like a traditional fire throwing show on the beach.
I don't know where I was, but I'm going to definitely make sure to
I highly recommend it. It's really, there's something for everyone.
And so the children are obviously very well entertained, and the adults also. Is there food, alcohol?
Yeah, there's food, there's alcoholic drinks that we provide,
Okay, well,
and
happy then.
I'd say 8+ food trucks, all different varying cuisines, burgers.
Wonderful.
You name it. We have it. So we truly try to have something for everybody.
And having that on the beach,
On
I
the
mean,
beach.
do you just like walk around without shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how
really.
fabulous.
Yeah, people are just walking around with shoes.
That's great.
Everyone's enjoying beer
Lays.
or wine.
We're trying to give a good
they have
Hawaiian vibe.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian vibes.
And when
for
is
sure.
that?
And that's always in July.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like the second week.
second week in July.
All
So.
right. Well, that sounds fun.
And
Yes.
we cannot do it without our partners at LMC Media because
That's
they really
right.
help us put on a great event.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we appreciate them for all that they do, actually. Pamela and Jason, I want to thank you both so much for coming here. Sounds like there is so much that you do for this community. We want to thank you. And to, again, get in touch, to see everything that's current, definitely tap into your website. Right?
Yeah, villageameric.org or on our socials at VOM Rec Department. Follow us, check out our website, give us a call, give us an email. We're really responsive,
Yeah.
and any questions you have, we'll be able to handle.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Elon, thank you so much for being here from
Thank you for having me.
the Village of Larchmont, the Rec Department at the LMC Media Studio for the Sound Shore Family Guide. So, Elon, please tell us what you do for the village and for the Larchmont and for all the good things that you bring to our town.
Sure. So, in terms of recreation, there's a lot going on. Very recently, we actually just opened up our tennis and pickleball permits. We also have had paddle sports over the winter. We have a lot of athletic league play. We have actually 10 different parks that our residents are able to enjoy, as well as visitors from out of town. There's a lot going on with recreation, and it's a very exciting time for that to be happening.
Well, like what on the bigger picture, instead of like just like right now, we'll do summer camps, I guess, a little bit later, but like what are some of the events that you put on? I mean, I know that one of your biggest parks is Constitution Park, where you put on a lot of events, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Flint Park.
Flint Park and Constitution Park, there's a lot of events specifically in Constitution Park. Just some of the upcoming events, we have our Arbor Day, which happens in the downtown. We usually plant a tree. We have our Earth Day celebration, which is a really, really big event in April, run by our Larchmont Environmental Committee. We also have our bike race, which is run by the Recreation Committee. May, there's a lot of events towards the end of May, and then June. We have our Memorial Day Parade, which happens a Thursday before Memorial Day. That's very well attended, and we do that in conjunction with the Town of Mamaroneck. We also have our sidewalk sale, which is run by the Larchmont Chamber of Commerce. They do a wonderful job. And actually this year, they're expanding to have a fourth day. They're going to go into Sunday. It's been so popular and successful and brings a lot of residents to the downtown as well as non-residents. Just a lot of business. It's great to see that support for local businesses.
Definitely it is.
Then we have a ton of concerts happening through the summer. First, it starts off with Larchmont Music Festival, which also happens in June. Right after that is also Sprint to Flint, which is our annual 5K and fun run race. Then we have a series every week from the end of June through August. We have our concerts in the park, summer concert series. Again, very well attended. I love to go out and take pictures because it's just a beautiful showing.
It is.
In between, we also have our July 4th concert with the Dixie Dandies, and that's when you have the fireworks in the background. So that's a wonderful event.
I'm just going to have to pause you because that is spectacular, being able to watch the 4th of July fireworks at Manor Park, just sitting on the rocks and enjoying such a spectacular view. It's very, very special.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's neat.
Totally.
Yeah.
Going into the fall, we have another one of our really big events that's called Larchmont Day Fall Fest. And that is food trucks, it's carnival games, tons of activities, perfect for the family. Usually we have that in the first Saturday of October, and that happens at Constitution Park also. The Saturday before that, we also have the Larchmont Arts Festival, which is run by the Arts Committee. And they do a wonderful job. We have a lot of local and regional art vendors and artists coming in, showing showing off their talent. And it's also a great family event. Then we have our fun ragamuffin parade, our Halloween ragamuffin.
So cute.
Yeah, I love watching all the kids and their families in their costumes. I think I've
And
seen
even animals.
Yeah, even if your dogs dress up as well. And then going into the holiday season, we have our Small Business Saturday, where we encourage residents to go out again, support local businesses ahead of the holiday season. And then we have sleigh bells on the avenues and Light Up Larchmont, which one is run by the Chamber of Commerce, the other is run by our fire and police departments. Both do a wonderful job. They're both on the same day, usually the first Saturday of December. And again, a lot of fun activities for the family.
You do carriage rides, right? There's like usually like characters like Elsa and Anna,
Elsa and Anna
Olaf,
and Santa.
Depending on the show and the movie, the time and the period, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just a wonderful time for all members of the family to come by. And that's a wrap for the whole calendar.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Basically, every month, I mean, there's something very fun and very community driven.
Yeah.
So it sounds amazing. And so if people want to keep up with this busy schedule, where do they go for that?
So for the listing of events, you can go to larchmontny.gov/events. And you could also go to larchmontny.gov/recreation for all recreation activities.
Okay, well, that's great because there is so much going on. And so you want to be in the know. Make sure you check it out.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alyce, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. And please share with us a family tip that for people who might not live in this community, who might be moving here, what do you have to say?
Okay, I have 2 fun tips, and they're free. The first tip is like when it's cold and we just had a snowstorm. This was recent. We had a huge snowstorm and the kids were not in school the next day. We had a snow day.
Right.
And I didn't know what to do with my kids. So we drove to Flint Park because they wanted to go see the playground. Nobody was at the playground. There was a lot of free space in the parking lot. So I parked my car. And as soon as they walked out, they just saw this patch of ice. There's a large soccer field.
Yes.
And there's patches of ice all over. They spent an hour just like walking on ice, taking sticks and just hitting and banging on the ice. And I'm like, wow, this is free. And they're having so much fun.
Amen.
Jumping on ice like for 1 hour. I'm just watching them like, this is the best.
The best. It's like free ice skating too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like, it's really nice to see your kids being so in tune with nature. Like they didn't even want to go on the slides. They wanted to play with ice and sticks.
Yeah.
And the second tip, this is when I first moved here. It's the Marine Education Center.
Oh, good one.
At Harbor Park.
Yes, beautiful.
And you can get free parking if you tell the parking attendant that you're going to the Marine Education Center.
Okay.
And it's a small aquarium, but it's fascinating. And there's always someone there to teach you what the biology is all about, marine biology. And my kids love it there. They can spend like half an hour there and then they walk along the beach, the side, like the little sea sidewalk, whatever you call that, seawall. And you can also, if you have enough kids, you can do like a 8 to 10 class and pay the instructor like a small minimum fee that benefits the Marine Education Center, and they give them a lesson and then they do crafts afterward. So you can even do like a birthday party there if you want.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Alyce.
You're welcome.
And again, thank you for being here. Thank you all for listening and for watching. And I hope that you enjoyed our fabulous show. And stick around for the next one because, again, you'll be learning a lot more about Larchmont and Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck, the Sound Shore. Thank you.
Visit lmcmedia.org/family guide to get more information and find other episodes. LMC Media is a nonprofit media center. Follow us on socials at LMC Media Center and subscribe to our YouTube channel at LMC Media Productions to see more content.